Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to ask all those associated with the Honorable William Thomas Robie to please come forward. Don't stop right there. No problem. Come on over. Yeah. Stand right there. Come on down. All right, looks like we've got most of everyone on the dais up here. I have a proclamation in honor of Mr. William Thomas Robie. We can ask our director to give us a close-in shot so that when we burn the DVD for Mr. Robie, he can see himself on the DVD. In honor of William Thomas Robie, honorary past president of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, Incorporated. You know, when I was considering honoring Mr. Robie, it really was no question at all. Someone that I have known really the entirety of my adult life, that has been a pillar in the community, someone who is recognized far and wide as someone who is level-headed, steady, a leader, someone who is quiet but influential. A subtle power that few of us, that all of us should aspire to, but few of us have. And the proclamation I have reads as follows. Whereas William Thomas Robie is a highly respected real estate professional, not only in the city of Atlanta, but throughout the United States. And whereas he joined and became an active member of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, the NAREB, in 1947. Just 3 years after the organization's founding. And whereas William Thomas Robie has dedicated himself to all aspects of his career, serving as an Atlanta College professor, a certified real estate appraiser, a licensed real estate broker, and property manager. And whereas he has been a member of the National Society of Real Estate Appraisers, Incorporated, and the Real Estate Estate Management Brokers Institute, Incorporated, while receiving designations of residential appraiser and certified real estate manager. And whereas William Thomas Robie has provided exemplary leadership and guidance as a lifetime member and past president of the Empire Board of Realtors, Incorporated, where he has been an integral part in developing and implementing programs leading to the chapter's growth. And whereas to honor him, the Empire Board of Realtors, Incorporated, established the William T. Robie Undergraduate Scholarship for juniors and seniors enrolled at the Atlanta University Center Colleges and majoring in business administration and economics. And whereas with 63 years of meritorious accomplishments, distinguished service, and outstanding contributions to his industry, William T. Robie exemplifies all that is great in business and abroad in the city of Atlanta. Now, therefore, we, the members of the Atlanta City Council, on behalf of the citizens of the city of Atlanta, do hereby proclaim this day, June the 3rd, 2013, as William Thomas Robie Day in our fair city, in witness whereof I have set my hand and caused the seal of the city of Atlanta to be hereunto affixed. Congratulations, Mr. William. Councilmember Young.
Mr. Robie, you and I first met in 1994 as I sat as secretary for MPUL, and I first acknowledged you as a property owner and certainly a resident of District 3, but more importantly, a concerned citizen. Your greatest legacy was probably teaching every chair and vice chair and secretary of MPUL Robert's Rules of Order. Because Mr. Robie never missed a meeting. And it didn't matter if there was an issue that impacted him. He was always present and always availed himself to share his knowledge, his wealth of knowledge. I will also say, Brother Bond, who shares the distinction of serving as the District 3 council member, and so many more that preceded us, that it's your work, sir, your advocacy, your strength and knowledge and background of development that enable us to do many of the things that we do now in the community. It was you laid the groundwork for a historic West Side village before there ever was one, and enabled elected officials like QB Williamson and so many others, Mr. Bond and myself, to continue to do our best to live up to your expectation and to stand on your broad shoulders. So we thank you for your advocacy, your service, really your whole family. We appreciate you giving him to us because he has certainly afforded more man hours than I can count in helping the communities around Atlanta City Council District 3 and throughout the city. So God bless you, sir. And also, I must mention, affiliated with the greatest fraternity known to man, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.
Thank you, Councilmember Young. Councilmember C.T. Martin.
How you doing, Brother Robin? I refer to him as the dean of the Pascal's precinct. I think that's all I had to say, other than he's always been an outstanding contributor. One of the values of this man is, as a young man, a young black man coming up in this city and kind of hanging out at the Pascal's precinct, you get to sit and listen to and hear what these people have had to say about how this city has grown and those who paid some heavy dues. And you definitely paid your dues, my brother.
Thank you.
I'd like to call up Mr. Ed London. Oh, I'm sorry, Lawrence Petit.
My name's Lawrence Petit, Chairman of the Board of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. And it gives me great honor today to honor a man that we look at as not only a long-term lasting member, but someone who has been there and set the example for us day after day. Because as we have board meetings, as we gather together, we continuously are looking at this man as our example, because he continuously gives us what we need, the ability, the strength to move forward, because he has stamina that we would strive to have and hold on to. And as we are here today, I just want to congratulate him, because he has given us all that we need to continue forward. He has given of his time and his family time to be a part of us. And that's what he set as an example for us. A man of honor, a family man, and a man dedicated to his industry and his life. Thank you, Mr. Robie.
Now, Mr. Ed London.
Thank you, Councilman Bond. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're certainly proud of Mr. Robie. He's a stalwart in not only the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, but I'm sure you will hear from the great fraternity, the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, about his commitment. Mr. Robie has been committed to the Realtors organization. That's the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, who are known as realtors throughout this country, located in more than 90-some chapters of cities around the country. And Mr. Robie is the oldest member of the organization, and he's also the longest-serving member of the organization. He's served this local chapter, the Empire Board of Realtors, for more than 60-some years of his life, and he still travels around this country at all of our events, committing himself. He just got back this past week from Washington, D.C., where he went to serve on the board of directors. He's one of the only 2 or 3 people who've ever been elected an honorary president of our National Association. That's because of his commitment, his service, and his dedication. We're certainly pleased and proud of Mr. Robie. He's a mentor, friend, and we all wrap our arms around him on this day and every day because of what he means to us and what he means to so many people around this country. Again, we thank you, Mr. Robie, for your continued service. We look forward to another 90-some years. Amen?
Kathy Robie Sue. I'm Mr. Robie's eldest daughter. And I just on behalf of the family wanted to thank the state, thank the council, thank the city, thank the board, the Empire Real Estate folks, and just say also that over the years, growing up, it was always apparent, clearly apparent, how important the activity of citizens are in the community. And he always made us aware of that how important it is to be committed to the community at large as well as to the family. And through the years, he's kind of managed to blend those things very well, kind of managing to make real estate trips and family visits, and anyway, and he said just a week ago when he was up at up attending a real estate board meeting on the national level, he also made it to a granddaughter's graduation. So anyway, we're very proud of Dad and his accomplishments, and want to say to it, or the real estate organization, how important the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, Empire Real Estate Board, has been to him. It is so close to his heart. This whole community is very, very close and dear to his heart. All of the people he's worked with now and through the years. Thank you so much.
Now the man of the hour, Mr. Robie.
Thank you, Mr. Bond.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, City Councilman in the City of Atlanta, for recognizing old man Bill Robie at 93. I've been a citizen of Atlanta since 1938, unbroken. My address has been inside the City of Atlanta for the last 75 years. I love Atlanta. And I tell everybody, when I left home, came to Atlanta, I was 18 years old. I was on my way to Detroit, where Henry Ford was paying $5 a day, I think, to get work. But I stopped over in Vine City with a sister-in-law, and her husband discovered that I was interested in education, going to school. I had an 8th grade education then at 18 years old. I had never been inside of a high school. He took me to Washington High School, and he told me all about the statue that stands out in front of it right now. the Booker T. Washington statue. And the speech that Booker T. Washington made, I believe, at Piedmont Park, Cotton Exposition, year of 1896, was it? I don't know. But wherein he advised us Negroes, us blacks, to drop our buckets where we are. Stay in the South and build your own skills and your own independence. So I changed my mind about going to Detroit. I dropped my bucket. I got a job. I enrolled in night school at Washington High School. And since then, of course, I joined the Army. I spent 4 years, World War II, as a Black Buffalo in Italy, with the only black combat division that was in Europe at that time. I mustered out, came back, entered Clark College, finished Clark, valuable class in 1948. Went to Michigan, did an MBA, finished 1950 with an Master's of Business Administration, and I had no offer for any job. Of course, a black man with a Master's of Business Administration at that time, of course the corporations didn't have anything for him to do. So I came back to Atlanta, me and there were only 5 of us at Michigan at that time who received those degrees. Me, Jesse Hill, and Leaf King. Jesse Hill came to Atlanta Life. I went to Clark, and Leaf King went to Morehouse. And I taught there for the next 20 years. And I got a real estate license the same year, 1950. And I sort of dovetailed the two throughout the years. Well, anyway, I got married. I married one of the Washington High graduates, Washington High we call it. And we were together for 64 years. She just passed 2 years ago. I was honored by her with 5 children. And they all, I believe, are here today. I don't know. Are they? Would you raise your hand? They all finished the Atlanta public school system, Turner High. They're graduates of Turner High. They did their undergraduate work in Georgia, mostly in Atlanta, I think, Clark College, Georgia Tech, Georgia State University, University of Georgia, and they're all professional, doing well, and healthy. So, they are here with I think I have 12 grandchildren, 1 or 2 of those are here. But anyway, I want to thank the city of Atlanta. When my brother-in-law took me to Auburn Avenue and Atlanta University Center when I first got here and told me about the kind of people and the leaders that we have at that time, I said, these are my kinds of people. And I came back when I got out of the Army and got my degrees, and I have spent my life here in Atlanta enjoying and being inspired by the motivation and history of the citizens of Atlanta. And Atlanta is the city, I think, like the light on the hill. I think it's a great city. I love it. And I think my children love it too. 4 of them are still living in the Atlanta metro area. And I think the only one that left here had to go. Her degree, she had a degree in pharmacy, PhD in pharmacy from Yale, and there was no job for her in Georgia. So she ended up, I believe, at the National Health Institute and Food Drug Administration in Washington, D.C. So I could say much more, but I thank you. I think Atlanta, I think the city council, the mayor, and all those had anything to do with recognizing that old Bill Robie was here. And I'll be here, well, at 93, my life expectancy is about 4 years. But in the end, I'll probably be buried somewhere in the city of Atlanta if I don't go to the National Cemetery. Thank you. Thank you, and may God bless.
Really, Mr. Robie, it's our honor to honor you. So it's our privilege to have you here with us and to hear the wisdom that you've imparted to us in your life story. And no doubt you'll outlast us all. So we don't worry about burying you anywhere. You're a great man, and you're a great tree in our community, and it's our opportunity to rest in your shade.
Thank you.
So God bless you. So now we'll do what the city council does best. We will gather for a photograph. I'd like to ask those of you on the end to kind of swing around, probably more in this direction. And then the feather, Mr. Robie, if you'd come to the front, and the family members will come right up here in the front of the well. And then everybody else kind of file in. Turn our shoulders.
Turn the shoulders side. Okay, so you can be prayer room.
Tell the guy in white to go to the back. I need you to go to the back, please. I'm sorry. You blocked it. Yes, I need you to go to the back.
Just come back one step. Don't go back all the way. Oh, right there. Yeah. Come back a little bit. Come back.